Rao Bahadur.
Rao Bahadur.
Interesting, quirky film.
ஒரு டிஃப்ரெண்டான எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ்.
It was well made. Reminded me of a Wes Anderson film.
ராவ் பகதூர் அப்படின்ற படம் வந்து வெங்கடேஷ் மகாவுடைய டைரக்ஷனில் வந்திருக்கு. அவர் வந்து இதுக்கு முன்னாடி கேர் ஆஃப் கஞ்சரபாலம் அப்படின்ற ஒரு அற்புதமான ஒரு படத்தை எடுத்திருந்திருக்காரு.
முதல் படம் கேர் ஆஃப் காஞ்சரபாலம் எனக்கு ரொம்ப 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 ஃபேவரட்டான ஒரு படம்.
அவருடைய இந்த படைப்பு அவ்வளோ அற்புதமான ஒரு படைப்பா இருக்கு.
கிளைமேக்ஸில் ஒரு முக்கியமான 2 ட்விஸ்ட் இருக்கு. ஒரு ட்விஸ்ட்டுக்கு மேலே ஒரு ட்விஸ்ட் இருக்கு.
ரொம்ப நாள் ஆச்சு இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு படம் பார்த்து.
பெருமைப்பட்டு கொள்கிற மாதிரியான ஒரு படம் தான் ராவ் பகதூர்.
சொட்ட புகலவோ சின்னதி. The first draft was ready. I read it and I didn't like it. I didn't want to glorify that character or celebrate that character. The climax of Rao Bahadur has 2 parts. As I added the second twist, the discussion is like now universal.
The Maathevan Show.
Vanakkam.
வெல்கம் டு MPower, வெல்கம் டு த மாதேவன் ஷோ.
I feel like home when I come to Chennai because I worked here and culturally I think I belong here. Yeah.
ஸோ ஒரு 10 வருஷம் முன்னாடி நான், நீங்கள், டைரக்டர் ராஜ்குமார் பெரியசாமிலாம் ஒரே பில்டிங்கில் வேலை செஞ்சுருக்கோம்.
Yeah.
எனக்கு அது இன்றைக்கி தான் தெரியும், நீங்கள் சொல்லும் போது தான் தெரியும்.
That is when I learned, Tamil a little bit and I travel Tamil Nadu a lot. Culturally, I resonate to Tamil Nadu a lot.
Nice.
Is what I felt. Besant Nagar beach and the bridge irukilla, broken bridge. So I used to go there and sit at the edge of the bridge for hours together. I used to sit there for a long time. Rajkumar Anna and me, we used to discuss a lot about films. Back then he was ready with his first script, Rangoon.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was writing my script. So
கேர் ஆஃப் காஞ்சரபாலம்?
No, not Care of Kanchipalam. Before that, I was writing. I wrote a couple of other screenplays before, but none of them got materialized. So that is when I made, Care of Kanchipalam. When we work in television, there is always this. If you work in television, it is very difficult to come out of it and get into films. Yeah, that is always there. That discussion is always there, right? So we used to discuss about that, and I was also trying to make a film. So we tried, but it didn't happen. That is when I went to Kanchipalam. Out of frustration, I went there just to have a break. I went there, but Care of Kanchipalam happened there. Yeah.
நம்ம கேர் ஆஃப் காஞ்சரபாலம் பற்றி நிறையா பேசலாம், ராவ் பகதூர் பற்றியும் நிறையா பேசலாம். பட் ரொம்ப ரொம்ப நன்றி ஆக்சுவலாக. ஏன்னா கேர் ஆஃப் காஞ்சரபாலம் ரொம்ப முக்கியமான ஒரு படம். பர்சனலாகவே சொல்கிறேன். அந்த படம் நான் வெரி ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் தியேட்டரில் பார்த்தது எனக்கு நல்ல ஞாபகம் இருக்குது. டிக்கெட் புக் பண்ணது, கிளம்பி போனது எல்லாமே எனக்கு நல்ல ஞாபகம் இருக்குது. இட் இஸ் ஒன் ஆஃப் மை மோஸ்ட் பர்சனல் அண்ட் ஃபேவரட் ஃபிலிம் வியூயிங் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்சஸ்.
Wow, thanks for saying that. As I told you, culturally I resonate with Tamil Nadu a lot. When my film was being appreciated by Tamil audience, I was really happy.
ஸோ அந்த படம் பார்த்துட்டு, அந்த படம் பற்றி ஐ ரோட் அ லாட். ஐ ஸ்போக் டு அ லாட் ஆஃப் பீப்புள் அபவுட் தட் ஃபிலிம். ஐ ரெக்கமெண்டட் தட் ஃபிலிம் டு அ லாட் ஆஃப் பீப்புள். பட் அதெல்லாம் தாண்டி எனக்கு என்ன ரொம்ப பிடிச்சிருந்துச்சுன்னா, feeling of that film stayed with me for a very long time.
Nice.
So this is my gift to you.
Wow.
ஊர நேசிக்கும் மனசுக்கு தூர தேசத்து சாமி வந்து பாரம் சுமக்க தேவையில்லை. அன்பு மட்டும் வேண்டி நிற்கும் மக்க வந்து பக்கம் நிற்க. ஆற மறுக்கும் காயம் ஏது, ராஜ வாழ்க்கை வேற ஏது. Which means if you love people, we don't even need gods to support us. People will support us. People will take care of us. There are no wounds that are not curable.
Yeah.
When we have people around us and when we love them, I think that is the best royal life ever.
Nice. That's a wonderful poem.
This was based on dialogues of Care of Kanchipalam.
Oh, nice.
So thank you so much for this film.
But thank you very much. I never knew this film is so popular here.
Very, very popular. Very personal also.
Thank you very much.
Let's talk about the writing process of the climax of Care of Kanchipalam and Rao Bahadur.
Care of Kanchipalam climax, in the beginning, it was just 4 stories. In the first draft of Care of Kanchipalam, the film was about 4 love stories in different age groups, set in different age groups. The first draft was ready. I read it and I didn't like it. I didn't like it because what's new in this? This looks like an anthology. Just trying to tell 4 love stories in 4 age groups. On the time, I was actually listening to one Hindi song.
Huh.
It's from Masan. मन कस्तूरी रे जगदस्तूरी रे बात हुई ना पूरी रे. So बात हुई ना पूरी रे has a lot of like you can interpret it in different ways, but what I interpreted out of that line is the story hasn't completed yet, and for some reason that line inspired me to not end anyone's story. So then I got a thought that Sundaram will continue as Joseph, continue as Gaddam, continues as Raju, and Raju's life ends with a new beginning. Just that thought is not enough for us to. So that is when all the aspects of life, religion, social taboo, social stigmas, and all those things I had to bring them in because of that idea to be seamless. In the second draft, I found the actual screenplay of Care of Kanjarpal.
இப்போ கேர் ஆஃப் காஞ்சரம் பாலம் மாதிரியான ஒரு படம் ஆக்சுவலாக ஒன்லைனாக பயங்கர எக்ஸைட்டிங்.
Yeah.
நம்ம 4 கதை சொல்கிறோம், கடைசியாக என்ன சொல்கிறோம் அப்படின்னா இந்த 4 கதையும் ஒருத்தனோட கதை தான்
Yeah.
இப்படின்றது வந்து அப்படி ஒரு எக்ஸைட்மெண்ட் கொடுத்துரும். பட் அந்த கிளைமேக்ஸ் ஹை மட்டும் நம்பி நம்மளால் ஒரு படம் பண்ண முடியாதுல்ல.
Yeah.
பெஸ்ட் பார்ட் ஆஃப் கேர் ஆஃப் காஞ்சரம் பாலம் என்னென்னா கிளைமேக்ஸ் ஹை மட்டும் இல்லை, த்ரூ த ஃபிலிம் அது எங்கேஜிங்காகவும் இருந்துச்சு, என்டர்டெய்னிங்காகவும் இருந்துச்சு. கான்ஸ்டண்ட்டாக அதில் ஏதோ ஒன்று சொல்லிகிட்டே இருந்துச்சு அந்த படம். அது எப்படி பிடிச்சிங்க? ஏன்னா சம்டைம்ஸ் வென் வி கிராக் அன் ஐடியா தட் இஸ் ஆஸ் எக்ஸைட்டிங் ஆஸ் யர்ஸ், என்ன ஆகிடும் அப்படின்னா ஓகே வி ஹேவ் ஒன் குட் ஐடியா, அதை மட்டுமே நம்பி கம்ப்ளீட்லி டிபெண்ட் ஆன் தட் ஐடியா. மோஸ்ட் ஆஃப் த டைம்ஸ் வி கெட் லாஸ்ட்.
For some reason that comes to me naturally since childhood. My mom used to watch a lot of films. Like she watched one matinee every day. For 20 years. Power cuts used to be there. Correct. Back then, 2 hours, 3 hours of power cut. My mom used to tell a lot of stories to me. Since then, that putting things into narrative, I just got it from my mom. In order to fill that, I come up with themes. In this world, what themes can we discuss? And when it comes to themes, it is most of the times, the filmmakers' opinions on various things come in.
Social
commentary. So that's how, I bring, I choose some themes that are suitable for that particular world. Instead of for the plot, I actually choose themes for that world. Every subplot or every other character that comes into the protagonist's life in Care of Kanjarpalam comes in with a different theme. So that's how I use themes to build the narrative.
To make it more dense.
Make it real.
Understood.
Yeah.
Idea, plot, themes.
Yes. Yeah, that's always
the order. What about the characters?
For example, if I align with the protagonist's thought process in a certain element, I bring an opposite thought process about this, about the same context into the conversation, and I build that character as an opposite, thought process. For example, in Rao Bahadur, Acharya is always like, he always contradicts Ramappa. Correct. Whatever Ramappa says, he contradicts. So that's how I try to bring conversation.
Let's talk about the writing of Rao Bahadur's climax.
Rao Bahadur climax organically came to me. So I didn't have the climax first. And the climax that I thought of was something very different. It is a very basic climax. Very basic in the sense, in terms of storytelling, it is very basic. That was the first draft, the climax that I got in the first draft.
Ramappa tirundiruvara? Does he become a good man?
No, not like that. That never happened. I never wanted Ramappa to become a good man because I didn't want to glorify that character or celebrate that character. He is a character who deserves that life, and also it's okay. It's okay if we hate Ramappa towards the end. Yeah, the idea of the climax was different. After writing the first draft, I was looking at it. I was reading again, and that's what the same thing happened. I was like, why am I choosing this very basic and lazy approach అని then I started getting one part of the climax. If you see, the climax of Rao Bahadur has two parts.
Correct.
So one part occurred to me first, and I took that, and now I have to change everything according to that.
Reverse engineering.
Yeah, so now I reverse engineered everything and brought in a couple of new characters. I'm not satisfied with that one aspect of it. So then I went back to the day I got this idea. So when I was making Care of Kanchirpalam only, I got Rao Bahadur's idea. So if you see in Care of Kanchirpalam, there are these parody local songs. Sotta Buggala Wo Sinnadi. All these guys, in the evening, they
They
had
drink,
drinks
yeah.
and they sing, no? In that silhouette, if you see, there is one person who looks Asian, like he has an Asian face, not typical South Indian features. His name is Appa Rao. And I casted him, I named him Ghantasala, and I made him that singer of that town, right? But while I was shooting, I just got curious about this person, and after the shot, I asked him, "Sir, how did you end up here? No one can differentiate you from Kanchirapalam except for your looks."
Correct.
He told me how, as month's baby, at the time of Burma War, as month's baby, someone brought him here, and he reached Kanchirapalam and he started growing here. And then parents, no one to take care of. He just grew up in Kanchirapalam on his own. He became a rickshaw puller, and he got married to a Vizag woman, and so
True representative of Care of Kanchirapalam.
exactly, he's the true representative of Care of Kanchirapalam. When I heard his story, that is the triggering point for me to write Rao Bahadur. So there is this one dialogue in Rao Bahadur which says, Bhautika Bedala, physical difference. We only have physical differences.
But we're all one.
We are all one. All humans are the same in any corner of the world except for the physical differences.
Correct.
Is what it says. That dialogue is the first thought when he told me the story. So we are all one. With Bhautika Bedale Tappa, Manushuలు ఏ మూలైనా ఒకటే is the dialogue that came. And from then it started brewing in my head, and finally so that first aspect of climax, I got it and I reverse engineered and everything is fine. But I was not yet satisfied. So I went back to the conversation I had with this person. So that conversation, I remembered what actually made me start the screenplay. So I came back and made this, brought in the second aspect of the climax, which actually is a bigger discussion than just one aspect of it. Like there are two twists, right? Correct. First twist is a smaller discussion. As I added the second twist, the discussion is like now universal.
Correct.
It is related to the whole humanity. So yeah, that's how it came.
ராவ் பகதூர் பார்க்கும்போது
Yeah.
எனக்கு பர்சனலா ஒரு வெஸ் ஆண்டர்சன் இன்ஃப்ளூயன்ஸ் அதில் இருந்துச்சு.
Yeah. No,
நோ.
because I never watched a single Wes Anderson film.
வாவ்.
Wes Anderson, I'll tell you what happened. When I started this project, when we were planning the film's technicalities, people keep on suggested me to watch Wes Anderson film, but I was reluctant to watch anything. So in order to make this kind of a film in certain budget, one of my technicians, I think it was my DOP, told me Wes Anderson made one film called Grand Budapest Hotel with a very less budget, very low budget. The only thing that I watched of Wes Anderson was a making video of Budapest Hotel, because he was using that plywood,
Correct.
moving sets and all. So that's the only making video I watched to get inspired to make the film in an optimal way. That's the only interaction. That's the only connection I have with Wes Anderson. But I definitely got a kind of inspired from. So I went to Stratford upon Avon or a town where Shakespeare lived.
Oh.
So after Kanchirapalam, I really wanted to explore a little bit of the world, and that time I went to this place. And there is this, I think it's called Royal Drama School, RDSR, Royal School of Drama, which is where Shakespeare wrote and directed his plays. That is still there. All his shows, they play, even today they play. So I watched that, and also I went to Broadway in New York. Yeah, I got fascinated by these things and this kind of plays. So somewhere this style is stemming from that experience I had than the movies I watched. Yeah, like I realized that I'm getting it from that
ஸ்டேஜ் பிளேஸ்.
stage plays and Broadways. Yeah.
நைஸ். இப்போ உங்களோட 2 படத்துலையுமே நீங்கள் சோஷியல் ஸ்டிக்மா, ரிலீஜன், நம்மளுடைய பிலீஃப் சிஸ்டம், ஜட்ஜ்மெண்டல் பெர்ஸ்பெக்டிவ்ஸ் தட் சொசைட்டி ஹேஸ்,
Yeah.
இது எல்லாமே டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க, கொஸ்டின் பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க, சட்டையர் பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க.
When I was 15 and a half years old, I stepped out of my house. So, and I started living independently. I never asked for a single rupee from my house after that. I lived on my own, did various jobs. I worked as a set boy, junior artist, whatnot, everything, in order to learn the craft. So I just wanted to learn everything about cinema. So how it happened was every day I used to go to this place called Krishna Nagar. In Krishna Nagar, it is like Vadapalni of, I don't know, Kodambakam, Vadapalni of Hyderabad. So I used to go to Krishna Nagar every day, but I never saw anyone on streets, like any film person on streets. One day when I was having breakfast, I saw someone very, like, looks familiar. And I went there, Anna, you work in films, illa? Yeah, I work in films. I was junior artist there. Anna, I don't see anyone here, but everyone says that Krishna Nagar is the hub. And Thambi, you have to come at 4:30 in the morning, not in the afternoon. So then next morning, after I logged out from the film, from the office, and went to Krishna Nagar at 4:30 in the morning. Thousands of people getting ready to go to their respective shoots. So there's this one truck, and there was this one person who was getting people into the truck and filling the truck with people. So I went there, Anna, where are you guys going? So he said, we are going to Pawan Kalyan set as Pawan Kalyan set as to do set work. I thought I could see Pawan Kalyan. So immediately I removed my tag, put it in my pocket. Can I also come? And no, come. How much will you pay for? 150 rupees. Okay, get into the truck. I will pay you 150 rupees. And I got into the truck and I landed in Pawan Kalyan Garu's set. But I didn't see Pawan Kalyan Garu because we have to finish our work so that Pawan Kalyan Garu comes and works in it, acts in that set. But I love the experience of entering the set, participating in building a set that will be seen on screen. So, which is, I was really fascinated with that. I loved the experience. So I continued doing that every day for some time. Like I used to work in the night and go in the morning, get into the truck, go to some set.
புஷ்பா மாதிரி.
Yeah, அந்த மாதிரி. Later, I slowly started getting confidence that I can survive in this industry, this landscape. And I quit the job and I started doing this. While I was working as the set boy, I also got opportunities to go as a junior artist. So like that, I started doing various things in the film industry. Every time the only thing that I maintained all my career, like for now, this is my 17th year in films. So I never judged an opportunity that's coming my way. One day I got a call from someone I know in the industry. Her name is Priyanka and Radhika. So they used to believe in me so much. So one day they called me and they said, one of our friends who is a photographer needs an assistant photographer. You are a good photographer, no? I didn't know when they saw my photography, and I didn't know how to operate camera also. That night, my one of my roommates had one 550D DSLR. So I sat with him. Macha, then ISO, what is ISO, what is aperture, all the things. Like he just taught me. He taught me everything about camera, and I experimented on him, like just adjusting the settings. Next evening, I went as an assistant cameraman because I didn't judge the opportunity or I didn't reject it. I just learned for whatever is needed for that, and I went to that gig. And I took some photo booth pictures, and everyone started liking the pictures. And she paid me 5,000 rupees for that. Like that was like okay. Then I used to once in a while I used to go as a photographer. Then I started editing. Then same Radhika once called me, and there's one of my friends. He's directing a television show. It's called Rangam. It's a dance show. He needs a co-director. He referred your name. You go and meet him. Radhika, I don't know anything about film and in this direction or anything about television production. So you will figure it out. You go out. I believe in you. You go. You will figure it out. I went and I met him. I told him I don't know anything about television production. He asked me various questions, and he thought I could do it. Like that, I never judged any of the opportunities that are coming my way.
Your Amma and Radhika are my favorites.
Yeah. So Radhika is someone. So I'll tell you how I met Radhika. This YouTube short film making culture was starting in 2009, 2010. So Tamara Media's short film making company's name was runwayreel.com. We used to live in an apartment where there are a lot of rooms, bachelor rooms. So one person from the other room, he came and he introduced us to this ad, and he said like, let us all write scripts. And we were 6 people in our room. Let us all write scripts, and we'll go there. And I was like, okay. Like I was trying as an actor. Initially, I wanted to become an actor. I was trying as an actor, but for as an entry card, I wanted to write something so that I can go along with these guys. So that night, I wrote one short film and short film script. I'm like, I didn't know how to put it as a script.
Format
Format, like I didn't know. I just put it in as a prose. I wrote it. I went. The last narration was mine. I went in. The moment I went in, I was like, I put the script aside. And Radhika was the person who was taking the narrations and all. I was like, Radhika, I'm not a filmmaker. I'm actually an actor. I wanted to meet you and pitch myself as an actor in all your short films. So can I give you an audition? And did you write a script? Yeah, I wrote a script, but I don't want to narrate it. It's okay. Then I just wrote it just to enter this space. Okay, now you narrate that first. I narrated it. She actually approved it immediately.
What is the name of the short film? Can we watch it now?
No, it is there in the YouTube. If you would like to watch a short film directed by someone who didn't even know of filmmaking. Like I didn't even know anything. Just out of imagination, I used to narrate everything with hands to the technicians. Like this much shot, like that. I directed it. So Radhika, I have to give this credit to Radhika. So otherwise, I wouldn't have found the director in me. Yeah.
Be like Radhika. Encourage your friends.
Yeah.
Be like Maha. Do not say no to any opportunity.
So why I started this is 15 and a half years old. I found my way into this, filmmaking, film industry. And every step of my life, I had to some social stigma or like the hierarchy used to bother me when I entered filmmaking. All the problems in film industry they never bothered me, or like those struggles and all never hit me that badly, because before entering film industry itself, I saw all those things. So yeah, all that observation of life from the age of 15 and a half years somehow act upon me while I'm putting my pen on the paper. Like, when I start writing, they just act upon me. I think they just, universe put me through this journey to tell something through me, as in the form of stories, and is what I feel. And that's how, as you said, all these social stigmas and all these aspects of life, they come into picture.
Nice. But when we have all these thoughts to question a belief system that is already very strongly established, is it also hard to survive or thrive as a creator?
Yeah, definitely. It takes a toll on your mental and physical health too at times. Society is always against an original thinker, is what I feel. For example, it's not something that's happening to me right now, only to me. Like we heard of Socrates also.
Asking questions.
Asking questions were always treated in a certain way, right?
Yeah.
And it's the same thing that happens today also. So the only thing that protects us is the constant practice of sanity. Sanity has to be practiced, and it's not something that you get it naturally. It has to be practiced. Happiness is something that one needs to practice every day. Every day I face something, things like that. But I chose not to
Lose yourself.
lose my sanity. And I always, the moment the work ends, I become my child self. The films that I make and how I live in my, regular life doesn't match. So, in order to keep that sanity intact, I just come back to myself every day after work. Yeah, the only thing that protects us is democracy. Back then Socrates was not living in democracy. Somehow the other way, people will protect you. And I always feel people who loved my first film, Care of Kansapalam, they are my protectors. Like they always protected me.
எனக்கு உங்களை ரொம்ப பிடிச்ச ஒரு விஷயம் இருக்கு.
Yeah.
நிறைய பேர் பிலீஃப் சிஸ்டம் கொஸ்டின் பண்ணுவாங்க. கடவுள் இருக்குன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க, கடவுள் இல்லைன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க, மதங்கள் இருக்குன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க, மதங்கள் இல்லைன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. இதெல்லாம் வேற. ஆனால் ஐ பிலீவ் இன் பீப்புள் அப்படின்னு நீங்கள் சொன்னது எனக்கு ரொம்ப ரொம்ப பிடிக்கும். ஏன்னா அட் தி எண்ட் ஆஃப் த டே நம்ம கண்ணு முன்னாடி அவங்க தானே இருக்காங்க.
Yeah. See, that is coming from, I'm sorry, I'd get emotional when it comes to that. I had a very rough life after coming out of the house. Okay, it's a rough life in sense. There were days I had to starve, continuously for 4 or 5 days. And I still remember who fed me after those 4 or 5 days of starving. And like for 6 months, my house was Vijayawada bus stand. I used to sleep in Vijayawada bus stand, take bath in Krishna River, there are only very few pairs of clothes. I used to wash them in Krishna River, dry them, like, in the banks of Krishna River, it only takes 30 minutes for clothes to dry. So dry them, put it in the bag, go to the office, wait for a biscuit packet that they used to give at 4 p.m. in the evening.
Snacks.
The tea and biscuit packet. And, every Sunday, there was no office. And I didn't eat for 4 or 5 days straight. Only was surviving on biscuits and tea. So I used to go to my friend's place, some friend's place, right at 12:30 in the afternoon. So that, hi, Macha, how are you? Just as if I was casually I used to go there. But
with the hope of them asking you சாப்பிடுறியா?
that's the hope. And most of the times they used to ask me. And they all knew, my friends' parents also knew I was living on my own. Right? So they used to ask me at around, at 12:30 I used to go. At 1 p.m. everyone eats, no? They used to ask me, they used to feed me. And I used to eat a lot in that lunch because I knew I cannot eat for the next 1 week. So they never hesitated to feed me. And there are people who actually, you know, supported me to grow in life, like Radhika, for say. And there are people who actually believed in my, like, for some reason, everyone believed that I can do anything. Even before getting into filmmaking, there were days when jobless days, I used to get some or the other thing from people. So this journey actually taught me that, yeah, so that's what human beings, as long as I have humans around me, I'm safe. Even though they have various, I mean, like, we are conditioned to various aspects of problematic things, but human beings somehow, they find a way, they find a right way. Even though we are conditioned for few decades with some problematic things, eventually
We figure out.
we figure out that this is harmful to us.
Yeah.
We were animals once upon a time. We realized long back, that we are the most weakest species on planet Earth. For us to be strong, what human beings invented is to live collectively, live
Yeah.
together
Yeah.
as societies, so that when a wild animal comes, they look at us, they look at the group of people, the collectiveness, and they get scared and go away.
Yep.
That's why I believe we started living together. And then industrialization came, lot of hierarchy came.
Agriculture. Start off with agriculture.
Start of the agriculture started, a lot of the hierarchy started, social hierarchy and all. But what I feel is, whatever the problem is, whatever the problematic conditioning that we go through, somehow we come out of it. Collectively we come out of it. We figure out, we will realize that this is harmful for our species, and we figure out, and we come out of it collectively, is what I feel. That's the belief I have in humanity, and that usually reflects in my films also.
ராவ் பகதூரும் அதுதான் பேசுது.
Yeah.
ஐ திங்க் ராவ் பகதூர் வந்து அது எதை பேசுதுன்றது இருக்குல்ல, the themes that are discussed in ராவ் பகதூர், through ராவ் பகதூர், much needed.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So for that matter, in Rao Bahadur, the whole story happens in Bhuvanayam. Bhuvanam means earth. Through that one person's story, I actually wanted to tell the story of humanity. So that's why I named that house as Bhuvanayam.
ஒன்றே ஒன்று சொல்கிறேன், உங்களை மாதிரி ஆட்கள் வந்து ரொம்ப முக்கியம்.
Thank you.
வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட்.
Thank you.
ஸோ கவலைப்படாதீங்க, கேர் ஆஃப் காஞ்சரம் பாலம்லேருந்து உங்களை ப்ரொடெக்ட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன். நாங்கள் வந்து we will continue to protect you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Protect you and the oneness that you believe in.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks for having me here. It's wonderful. And I'm really happy that I could able to get emotional while having a conversation with, in this kind of an interview. I usually don't get emotional because nothing triggers me, sir. And I feel like our language is very familiar, so it allowed me to open up a little more. Yeah. And thanks for Tamil audience for always encouraging my films and appreciating my films.
Thank you so much, Maha.
Thank you.
Looking forward to whatever you create.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
Thank you.